Hey guys, this is Christina Mistrangelo, and today we're going to talk about a couple of different assessment tools we can be using in our classroom. The first one I want to go ahead and look at is Quizlet. Now, Quizlet's been around for quite a long time. Many of us are used to using it for its flashcard purposes. However, students can also use Quizlet in many other engaging ways to help them improve their understanding and I guess help them learn the jargon of a particular category or subject. So one of the ways that we can use Quizlet in our classrooms is obviously students can use it like the normal flashcards, but Quizlet over here on every flashcard set also has other options for how we can use it. One of those is live, which is known as Quizlet Live. And the way this works is students can collaboratively work together to respond to questions. And so essentially what happens is a question might appear on the board, and then within a small group of students, each one of them is given one of the multiple choice option answers. And then collaboratively, the students have to figure out who has the right answer and who has to submit that answer, which is a great way to get them working together, but also have them individually assessing their own knowledge. Another thing that we can do with Quizlet is Quizlet has this match function. And match function is great because it's really simple. Kids have been doing this even with physical cards in their hands for probably decades. And so what this does is there's a timer on the left-hand side, and then basically as students are going through and reading definitions and terms, they're trying to connect them together so that they can clear the board. One thing that you can do with this is you can then have students submit their times, and that tells you how long is it taking kids on average to complete this set. Where do you need to work on vocab, or are you proficient? Another tool that I want to look at is something called Poll Everywhere. Now, Poll Everywhere is a great tool that people can use within their classrooms for assessing student understanding in the moment. And some of the ways that that works is you can create a poll, and it allows you to ask multiple choice questions. You can create Q&As, open-ended questions, surveys. You can also do emotion scales and things like that, where students can respond discreetly with how they're feeling about material in the class. One of the other things that I really like about this is you can actually create your own images. And so one of the things that I did that I think could actually combine Quizlet as well as Poll Everywhere is I have this Odyssey vocab matching chart. And the way this works is students can actually poll in and click along this line their level of understanding, how long is it taking them to create their matches. And then that gives me a better understanding, and I can actually see kind of a chart of, do I have more clicks over here near the 3-minute line, or am I closer to the 1-minute line? How well are my students understanding this? Now, the reason I chose these two particular tools is, for one thing, I'm very familiar with Quizlet. However, Quizlet Live is something that not a lot of people are familiar with, and I really like to use it because of that collaborative effort. One of the other reasons that I chose Poll Everywhere is because I've actually never used it before, and I clicked on it out of sheer curiosity because I love to do assessment in the middle of my lessons just to gauge understanding, and I felt like Poll Everywhere really provided that. Now, these tools are very different because one of them can be used for very informal assessing in the moment, whereas the Quizlet is used for information that's already been compiled in one location. However, together, they can both work to help gauge understanding of student comprehension and to help us as educators better push ourselves to provide for our students and fill in those gaps of understanding. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you again.